Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Didn't get to record a vid yesterday. Slept all day. I don't know about you guys, but ever since this COVID stuff, my sleeping pattern is all to hell. Anyway, we're going to do this vid on the night instead. Got some heavy metal for you to check out. This is a band called Undurskin. The track is called Ali, I think. So let's check this one out. Nice drum sound. Cool. I like the sound. I'm not quite sure if it's the guitar or the bass, but it sounds really cool. It's got a real stringy sound to it. Nice low end to this band. You can see that on the stereo. It's pretty wide as well. It's got a good sound. It's got a good beefy, dirty sound. Yeah, hear that? It's a real stringy sound. Sounds great. The toms and the drums have got a real weight to it. The cymbals could be a bit washier for my personal taste, but I love the sound of the drums. Yeah, they sound great. So I think it is the bass set. Maybe it is just bass and drums in this band, because it is just two guys. It's got a real great tone to it.
What's inside me that causes pain? It's God's payback. I've assist on the brain. Assist on the brain. Assist on the brain.
Look at the low end now. It's got a massive low end because those toms are so weighty. Cool. I like the sound of that bass. I'm not sure if there's guitar in this part. It sounds like there's guitar. Yeah. Don't know why, but that video reminded me of Beavis and Butthead all the way through for some reason. I just kept thinking of, I could imagine seeing this on Beavis and Butthead. Anyway, that was a cool track. Different sound, bass and drums by the looks of things, but it sounded like there was some guitars in there, or maybe just more bass with a different tone on it for the chorus stuff. But yeah, it had a good sound, big low end to it because the drums were so weighty and it's just bass. So yeah, it's fat low end, nice dirty sound to it, and cool vocals as well. Old schooly, had an old school vibe to it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Good track. Anyway, let's move on to this next band. This is a band called Lords of Salem. And I'm not sure if we've had them on the channel before or not, but the name rings a bell. We've had nearly 1,000 bands on the channel now, so I can't remember everyone's name, unfortunately. I'm terrible with names anyway. Zombie Monkey Woman, this track is called, so let's check it out.
It's fantastic. She's like a furry little Dalai Lama. Keep your fingers crossed that my fingers don't lift up.
It was synth.
It's Tracy's zombie monkey mouth. Tracy's zombie monkey mouth. Tracy's zombie monkey mouth.
Thirst, bloodlust, sexual hunger, thirst, bloodlust,
Break out of the lab, beast
Yeah.
on the flight. Among them an ape lady escaping in the night. She's a special product of 6 sinus brains. Half monkey, half human, zombie blood in her veins. She learned to drive cars, bewitching men with a sex appeal. Do you understand? She's so hardcore human, flesh and blood. Likes the screams of the victim before they are done.
Cool lyrics. Yeah, a bit synthy in this one. It's an unusual mix of sounds, but it's working out. It doesn't sound kind of like it doesn't fit at all. Nice weighty drums in this band. Yeah. Yeah, that synth tone fits in with the guitars and the sound and the music. It's quite unusual.
Drives a 67 Pontiac GTO, hauling out of the motor, everything in it raw.
These guys are nice and wide, filling out the stereo. Excuse me.
She don't care at all. When she's done with a screaming prey, all what remains is human clay. She's the most badass chimera that you've seen. Still attractive, still sexy, and every zombie queen. Late at night, she's dancing in a strip club, driving men and women out of their minds. They get excited by a random charisma, not aware about the danger the safe bitch conceals. But when they feel a vicious bite, then it's too late. She likes the woman alive.
I'm enjoying the lyrics.
Turning her wrong. Scatter all the tatters, yes, that's what she wants. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Here she comes, the zombie monkey woman.
Kind of want to see a picture of this zombie monkey woman though.
She's a star, the zombie monkey woman.
Yeah.
Tracy's zombie monkey mouth.
Cool. But yeah, I'd like to see a picture of this zombie monkey woman. I think they should have, got someone on Fiverr to do a mock-up so they could have put it on the screen. But yeah, cool. I must admit, I'm not normally someone that gets into the lyrics on the first listen. For me, it's all about the sound. I always just talk about the sound. That's what I'm into. From a mixing perspective, I like to think about the mix. How have they made this sound? What have they done to make this sound? That's how I like to think about music nowadays. So I generally don't kind of listen too hard to what's being said in the lyrics. For the most part, if I want to do that, I'll go off and do that afterwards and read the lyrics whilst I'm listening to the song or something like that. But yeah, I was following along with these lyrics and I got into it, and I was kind of into the story of the zombie monkey woman. That's why I want to see a picture of it, see what she looks like. So yeah, it's cool. But these guys had a good sound as well. Nice chunky sound, but bringing in those elements with the synth, which is really quite kind of dancey synth stuff. And that's very hard, let me tell you, from a mixing perspective. Quite often, those synthy tones, the dance synthy tones, just don't work with guitars. It just doesn't, the sound doesn't mesh together. It's two totally different types of sound. And in the mix, you know, they generally just, the distortion and the more cleaner kind of dance tones, they just don't mesh. But this meshed very nicely. And when the guitars came in over the synth stuff, yeah, just kind of meshed and flowed. So yeah, good job. You got to pick the right tone for that kind of stuff. It's quite unusual. Anyway, this is the last band we'll check out today. The band Repent, 1,000 Years. This is another lyric vid, so let's see if we get into these ones the same. Let's check it out. Oh, these guys are loud. Turn them down a bit. And a nice old school edge to all the bands today.
1,000 years on this chain.
Lyrics, vocals, sorry.
Me away from you. An angel locked me away. Right out of rebellion. I wanted to learn it all. I wished I were on nothing. I would conquer it all. Can you imagine the madness? The battlefield that day. They chained our dragon to a bottomless grave. 1,000 years
Nice chunky loud sounds of these guys filling out the stereo again.
Today they drag me back to the top to let me roll again. A third of the stars never fell from the
Mixing it up.
skies today. Let you have guarded of me and destroy the whole fucking place. You were granted all your desires, go forth and seal the fate. Now reminded the horses' crimes when they open that door to die. Death and haters, you ain't got nothing on me 'cause I am the dragon, the original.
Yeah. These guys have pushed this mix through a limiter. But I think they pushed it a bit too hard. So there was one section there where the whole sound just distorted because it was too loud.
Can you imagine my thoughts?
It's nice that it's kind of really loud. I like really loud mixes, but sometimes you can just push it a bit too far. There's a limit to the limit, you know.
I'm so excited to see you. Oh, how I'm hating the way. I just missed you at your birth, so I will wait at your grave. 1,000 years of darkness, 1,000 years on this chain. 1,000 years I have fallen, applauding my revenge.
Cool vocal. Quite unusual. That was the kind of style, but he's working his throat out. They're mixing it up. This part's quite funky.
The dragon, the original.
Hey, these guys have got a good energy.
I branded you all, you bear the mark of me. The original.
It's interesting, they're mixing up the time signatures. There you go. Well, pretty cool bands today. Got that old school heavy metal vibe, I would say. Big fat low ends in a way, a bit doomy in that way. You know, bass and drums, that's pretty doomy. So yeah, big fat weighty drums. And some cool lyrics as well. We had all different vocalists, all kinds of different vocals as well. So you've had a nice mix today, but I would say all these bands went together as well. I tried to do that with each day, you know, kind of group the bands where you could imagine these three bands on a lineup. And yeah, I think if this was a lineup, you'd dig all the bands. You know, you wouldn't just be waiting for one of them to come on, which sometimes happens. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that, guys. We're going to got some more stuff for you tomorrow. I'm not sure what we've got for you tomorrow. Let me just quickly check. We got some punk because it's going to be Sunday. So there you go. Hope you've enjoyed this show. We'll see you around, guys. Bye.